Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of dog shit in the weed industry, dude. There's a lot of junk, bro. Do you remember, I mean, I'm sure you experienced it. It almost felt like there was like a gold rush of shitty weed companies that showed up like early COVID. Like from 2020 up to like pretty recently. I don't know if maybe you've experienced this at all, but for me at least, it feels like there was a lot of random weed brands that were new that were showing up and spending a ton of money on advertising from like early COVID to maybe 2023. And now, at least I notice, it seems like a lot of these brands have died out. Like it seems like the brands that are spending money on marketing now are just more of the like consistent brands. Have you noticed that?
Honestly, no.
Really?
But I'm not as plugged in as you are. You're in LA, I think. But
yeah.
Are you thinking like
I'm thinking like my business
THC?
email. Yeah. So mainly THCA brands and shit.
Oh.
Like
Okay, you're right
You
about-
probably used to get hit up with like by a million Delta 8 brands and shit, right?
Okay, you're right about that 100%.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
100%.
There was almost a gold rush of it. You remember that era?
Yes. No, that was all my emails were, dude.
Yep.
It was Delta 8, HHC, this, and that. And, dude, it was every single fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
And I still get emails, but it's not as much as that. So, no, I see what you're saying.
Did you ever try all those altnoids like THCP and THCO and all that shit?
I did.
What do you think about them? Speak your truth right now. Air it out. Speak your truth, dude. All those companies are dead now, dude. No one buys that shit anymore. So speak your truth, dude.
I wasn't a fan of it, to be honest.
I agree.
I think the THCA is cool because it's if you know what it's the same.
Weed,
It's
dude.
weed.
It's
It's
fucking
weed.
weed.
I've smoked
Yeah.
it. And let me just say this to all the viewers who are watching this. You guys probably already know this. Just as there's bad, and I don't even have a THCA company, so I don't have any stake in this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not. Just as there's bad weed that you can get from a street dealer, from a dispensary, there's bad THCA weed and there's good, you know? So it's the same thing. So a lot of people have this misconception that THCA weed is bad, you know? But the reality is you're just smoking bad weed. It has nothing to do with it being THCA.
100%.
Do you think I'm right about that?
A
or?
million %,
Okay.
yeah. And I think the other big thing is too is there's a lot more dog shit on the THCA market
That is the
than
other
there
thing
is
I
on
was
the
gonna
legal
say.
market.
So there's more trash than there is good. So of course everyone's natural impression on THCA is bad. A lot of the gas stations out here, you see, they have it out
Dude,
here.
the one we just went to on the way here, which was not like a huge gas station or anything, and like
Not by any means
we're
at
not
all.
in a huge city by any means, as you could probably tell by the trees, and they had a million pre-rolls in that cabinet, dude. And they were, what really is the worst part about it is they were the worst kind of pre-rolls too. They were those like dog shit sprayed ones where they
Yeah.
spray on the distillate and then they put the
The
worst
keef.
keef you've ever
Yeah.
seen over it, and they call them the infused like rockets or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, man.
Yeah.
And like the average consumer doesn't know how to differentiate.
It
between
looks
that
good.
and the
Oh, that
stuff.
looks keefy. And
Yeah,
that-
because all of these products say the same thing on them. There's no regulation that says, oh, this has to say this and this has to say this. It's like, no, 2 pre-rolls say THCA, you know, fucking concentrate pre-roll on them, but one is covered in like dirt distillate that they like made from floor trimmings, and like the other one is like actual decent weed ground up. You know,
Yeah.
there's no way to discern between the two.
And a lot of the times they use, I think, like the synthetic terpenes where you smell it
100%.
and it smells almost like what you'd smell from a tobacco vape.
Mm-hmm.
That synthetic strawberry or like, that doesn't smell like natural weed. You know, it
Yeah.
has like this like, you
And
know what I'm talking
it's
about. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I've smoked spray pack. I went to last summer. I went to New York. I stayed in Brooklyn for a week, and
Man, what are they doing in New York with all the sprayed weed?
bro? They love it. It is mind blowing. I honestly, before I went to New York, I thought it was like just a social media thing. Like people are just posting this, and like maybe there's a fringe group of people that actually smoke spray. Bro, you go to New York, all the delivery services sell spray. Like the corner stores sell spray, dude. I booked an Airbnb in Brooklyn, and literally the fucking corner store, the deli on the corner, right under their menu for all the sandwiches, had bags of spray in the window. And like, I unfortunately, when I went to
And
New
they're all
York,
the strain. You can just tell by the names, right?
it's so yeah. If it's like
strawberry
cinnamon push
cheesecake
pop.
Oreos.
Yeah, strawberry cheesecake Oreos. It's funny you say the Oreos. One of the ones that I got last summer was campfire Oreos. And it was like a
That's
burnt.
not a strain.
It's not a fucking strain, bro. That's not. There's no genetics in that.
Yeah.
You know, they're taking like the shittiest, oldest weed because. Do you know how they make spray
I watched
pack?
your video on the machine. That's how I learned about it from you, to be honest.
Fuck yeah.
You did that video where you showed the machine. I knew they were doing it, but I didn't know how.
Yeah.
How they're bringing it to the exact moisture, humidity. Mm-hmm. They're making the adds trichomes on it, or not
Yep.
adds, but makes it. I don't know what the fuck the machine is doing, but
it's fucked up, dude. So not only are they like spraying terps on weed and not being required to disclose it, but the machine can take old moldy weed and purify it.
That was the one thing I remember.
So if you have like an old ass pack that's like started to mold that you've had in like the back of your garage for a year, you can run it through this machine. It comes out as like a perfectly moist, mold-free, fluffy spray pack. And you know what the worst thing that really, when I posted that video, do you know what my comments said, a lot of them? A lot of my comments were like, well, Goblin, if it takes away the mold from the weed and makes it taste better, then how is it a bad thing?
Yeah.
Doesn't that just make you like lose hope? Hearing that, bro? Like, what is the future for smokers?
Yeah. Yeah. No.
To be fair,
I
maybe
don't
we're
know.
just being uncles right now, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's probably what the old heads say about the weed we smoke right now, you know? They're like, they're smoking that 28% THC shit that makes you schizophrenic. And then we're here like, these kids are smoking the spray weed that fucking tastes like cinnamon, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the older heads, have you noticed, this is just completely off topic, but you said older heads and it reminded me.
Yep.
They swear up and down by holding the smoke in.
Oh my God. Old heads think that if you exhale any smoke, you have wasted the whole blunt, dude. It's over. I mean, to be fair, they're from the era before internet. So that oxygen deprivation, they probably just thought was a high.
Yeah,
They're
for
like,
sure.
Damn.
They're just like, you know.
How long can you hold your breath for?
I don't know.
You want to try it right now? Let's compete. Let's see who can hold their breath longer. All right, so here, wait, let's establish rules before we do it. Okay, so we're gonna breathe in, and we're gonna plug our noses too.
Okay.
The way, because obviously, like, if you open your mouth or like take your hand off your nose, then you're breathing, right? Mm-hmm. So we'll just inhale and then plug, and we'll just see.
All right, ready?
Let's have a friendly competition right now. You ready? Or do you want to go on like go or what? How do you want to do this?
Should you say go?
Give us a 3, 2, 1, go, Chris.
All right. You guys both ready? You got your inhales in first?
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. You're at 15 seconds. 25 seconds.
You lost me.
You did 35 seconds.
He's still going. This guy's a breather, dude. Really? This guy's got stamina.
I could kept going a little longer.
We were almost at a minute.
A little longer.
Wow, you almost doubled me.
I just
dude.
didn't want to.
Good shit. What the fuck?
I almost started laughing when I saw you do the thumbs up.
Yeah, it was starting to get like middle ground. I was trying to update people.
I don't know.
Fucking